Hello friends, this is Dr. Kothari from eResearch Academy. I welcome you again in my YouTube channel for a new topic, that is index numbers. So friend, let's start. If we talk about the meaning of index, it is a statistical tool constructed to measure the change in representative group of individual data points over the period of time. Okay, so if we talk about the example of an index, it can be as a consumer price index, CPI, GDP inflator index, India weeks. This measure the volatility of the stock market, and national indices of 50 stocks of India represented by the Nifty and sensitive index Sensex and American S&P 500. Similarly, the job index, etc. Okay, so these are the example of the index, right? So if you talk about the index number are the specific averages which are presented in a percentage form, right? So index number shows the change in an item or a variable or a group of variables or item over the period of time, taking a particular base value or a standard value. Okay, this is generally 100. Okay, and otherwise it will be the price or the value of a particular year as a base, right? So the change in the value can be measured with respect of either the geographical location or time or any other characteristics. Okay, so this is about the index number. So if you talk about the characteristics of index number, as we mentioned in the meaning of this index number, that is, these are the specific or specialized averages. Specialized averages here means under the construction of the index number, there are the units that we take or the items that we take, their units are a different one. Okay, these are not uniform or a similar. Okay, so that is why, unlike to the arithmetic mean or other geometric mean or other mean, so these averages are specialized in a nature. Okay, that is why there is no unit to express the index number. It is generally expressed in the percentage form. Okay, so this is the second characteristics of an index number, that is indexes are always presented or expressed in the percentage form. Okay, so third characteristics of index number is it measures the changes over the period of time on a particular value or a group of variables or their value. Okay, and the last characteristics of an index number is it measures the relative change or net change over the period of time in a particular group of variables or items for their value. Okay, if we talk about the application or uses of this index number, though it helps us in various ways. Okay, so first, it helps in framing a suitable policies for the development of a nation and other organizations. Okay, and it reveals the trends and the tendencies of the changes in the economy in the country or in a particular area. Okay, so because with the help of a set of a data for a time period or say the time series, so we can reveal or we can predict the future trend as well. Okay, and we can predict the value in the future. So so once the trend is identified, we can just forecast the the value of a particular index or the price of a particular commodity in the future. Okay, and the fourth application or use of this index numbers is that it is known as the barometer of Indian economy, or simply the economy, or simply for a particular sector. Okay, so if you talk about the Indian Nifty, so national indices of 50 stock of India, just known as the barometer for the Indian economy. Okay, why it is a barometer? Because the Nifty 50 stocks or companies are taken as the best performing or worst performing in the economy. So according to their performance, the economical progress or economical status or the condition is measured. So that is why the index number are also known as the barometer for the economy or for the sector. Okay, so this is the another use of a index number as a barometer. So last use of index number is it is useful in deflating or measuring the purchasing power of a money over the period of time, whether it is increasing or decreasing. So generally it decreases over the period of time just because of the inflationary conditions. Okay. So next, if you classify the index number, these can be the four types. First one is the price, second is quality or quantity, and third one is the value, and fourth one is the any other purpose of this index number. Okay, these can be the classification of the index number on the basis of price, on the basis of quantity, on the basis of value, and on the basis of any specific purpose, right? So next is, many time we face the problem while constructing the index numbers. These problems are, the first one is purpose of an index number. For what purpose we are constructing the index number? Okay, so the purpose here means, if we constructing the consumer price index or retail price index, and we will have to take the retail price only, so we cannot take the wholesale price there. Okay, similarly we will have to take the prices from the from the location where the price is representative to all. Okay, so that is why this is the problem to the constructor, that for what purpose he is constructing to the index number. Second is the selection of base year. Okay, base year should not be very far from the current year. Okay, because over the period of time many things got settled automatically. Okay, and the things becomes obsolete, or the effect becomes obsolete. So that is why the selection of base year is very important while constructing the index number, and it creates the problem for the constructor. Okay, and the third one, we have the selection of the number of items in an index number. Okay, how many items we will select in a particular index, because it must be representative for that particular index number. Okay, if we want to just construct an index number for measuring the living standard or standard of living of the people, we will have to include all the related major items that measures the standard of living of the people of the nation. Okay, so next one is the choice of average. Okay, so what average you will use there, whether it is the arithmetic mean, geometric mean, or median, or mode, or any other one. Okay, so this is the problem in front of the constructor for the choice of the averages. Okay, basically the mean and geometric mean, arithmetic mean and geometric mean are used, and arithmetic mean is most fashionable while constructing the index number, and the second one is the geometric mean. Okay, when we show the changes in percentage. Next one is the selection of appropriate weights. Okay, so how many items you are including in the index number, and what will be their weights, is again a problem for the constructor of the index number. Okay, so to assigning the weights to particular item is a tough task, or a very important task while constructing the index number. So this is the another problem for the constructor while constructing the index number. Okay, so last problem that the constructor or the researcher faces while constructing any particular index number is the selection of appropriate formula, because there are n number of formulas and methods to construct the index number. So there is a problem for selecting the appropriate formula while constructing the index number. And next, if we talk about the method of constructing the index number, these methods are classified here. Okay, so index number is broadly divided in two parts. First is unweighted and second is the weighted one. Okay, these unweighted and weighted again divided in two parts. First one is under the unweighted, that is the simple aggregative method, and the second is the simple average or price relative method. Okay, so under simple aggregative method, we add all the given value of a particular year and we compare it with the another years. So basically we compare the price of current year with the prices of the previous year or a base year. Okay, so we add up or we sum all the values of a current year and then compare it with all the values of, or a sum of all the values of the previous year or item of the previous year, and then find out the index number. Okay, so similarly under the simple average of price relatives, so we take the average of the price relative here. Okay, so price relative is nothing, it is just the P1 upon P0 into 100. So we calculate this price relative for each year or each commodity or each item, we can say, and then add up all these price relatives, then divided by the number of observation or item, and by this way we get the index number. Okay, so if we talk about the weighted index number, so the first one is the weighted aggregative and the second one is the weighted average of a price relative. So under weighted aggregative, again there are certain methods, and so for these all methods, so we will discuss it in the next video and through the numerical part, or through the examples of a numerical problem. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video, and we will discuss these all types of index number numerically in next videos. And have a nice day ahead. God bless you.